Yes, we are back after a short break. We are back to continue our F1 Manager Maserati series. So I think it's only been a week since the last stream, but normally every Tuesday and Friday I was away at the weekend, so no Friday stream. But we're back today, Tuesday, to continue with race 6, I believe, today of the 2027 season. Only 19 races this year, and it's the story of Max Verstappen so far. He's won 4 of the opening 5 races, and we did sneak a win in one of those 5 races in Bahrain with Franco. But as I say, apart from that, it's been Max a domination here in 2027, and we need to start taking the fight to him if we're going to get one of our drivers to become a world champion this year. We look good for the constructors because Max is scoring all Red Bull's points and Liam Lawson not doing much in the other Red Bull. So constructors looks good, but as I say, drivers championship, Max is doing the business. And we've got no new upgrades on the car, and we won't have for a couple of races time, so it might be damage limitation in this first half of the season and second half of the season, see if we can catch up and overtake Max. But we are in a position for podiums today. We're starting 3rd with Kimi Antonelli and 6th with Franco Colapinto. Strategy, basically the same, both drivers, 2-stopper and the same compounds, but they're flipped. So Antonelli's going to start on the softs, then go softs, then hard at the end. Colapinto, because he's a little bit further down in 6th, he's going to go hard first, use that first run to go long, hopefully benefit from a safety car and see if he can make up some ground. So that's how we're going with both our drivers. Antonelli starts 3rd, Colapinto in 6th. Hope you're all doing well. Let's get this one underway, shall we? And being in Singapore, there can always be some drama in this one.
We settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action.
Well, let's wait and see how we go.
And this is it.
It's actually Lawson who's managed to put it on pole here against his teammate Max Verstappen. So the 2 Red Bulls get us away. Antonelli P3, Colapinto P6. Lawson hasn't really been a threat in the other Red Bull so far this year. Looks like Antonelli's going to lose out to George Russell, but he has got the inside here. And we reclaim P3. Colapinto's made ground as well, up to P5 then. So good start from our drivers. No ground lost from Antonelli. And Colapinto's made a position as well. That's good to see. And he's all over George Russell. Everyone on the soft space here, apart from Stroll and Sainz on the mediums. And Colapinto, the only driver on the hard tyres in his first stint. So let's see what that brings us. And we've got a yellow flag straight away there. And we've got a safety car straight away. And we've got 3 cars out maybe here. 2. I said we could have drama here. What's happened? Oh, and they've just clipped the wall. And it's carnage down there. And we've got a red flag. So we don't even complete the first lap of this race for our first red flag. Looks like Mick Schumacher's out. I'm not sure anyone else is out here. I think it's Mick who started all of this, crashing into the wall. Yeah. Then he's tagged Perez, and Hadjar behind in the Alpine's been involved in it. So it's going to be dry on the restart. And we might as well switch to a new hard, not that it really used much of it. And we may as well switch to a new soft as well. So drama on the opening lap then, which sees Mick Schumacher out of this race and a few others with damage. And we're going to get a full restart here.
First time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the
So deja vu. Did Max take the lead, or is Lawson still in the lead here? It is still Lawson, so it's as we were, but Colapinto starts from P5 this time rather than P6. And Antonelli's trying to take the fight with those Red Bulls. Schumacher, the only driver out, gets a penalty as well, so that'll be a grid penalty for next race. And has the tyres changed here? Yes, Verstappen's gone on the mediums, which he wasn't on before. Stroll is on the hards. So Stroll, Hadjar and Perez all have damage. But they've continued in the race. What game is this, F1? This is the F1 Manager 24, Minecat. Soren, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. Right, let's just have a look at the interval here. Dylan, hello, buddy. How are you? Franco, different strategy. Yeah, they're both on... although this has changed, actually, so we're going to have to just sort this out. They're both using a two-stopper, hard and a soft, but Kimi is starting softs and going softs then hards at the end, where Franco is going to start on these hards. So, same strategy, but flipped, if that makes sense. Well, that's kind of where we want to be. I think Kimi's has stayed the same, yeah, so that's good. Dylan, good to hear, buddy. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. Is it right now? It's not Formula 1, but it is right now.
DRS enabled.
Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race. Antonelli has stayed with Lawson, but Verstappen has already broke that DRS. And that's the problem. Max is dominating here in 2027. He's got a 2-second lead again after the restart.
I am crying.
And Kimi Antonelli getting frustrated behind Max's teammate. Yeah, so Perez, Hadjar and Stroll all quite up in that accident that caused a red flag. And they've all got damage down there. Everyone, no Alonso, no like. Alonso is no more. This is 2027, unfortunately. So Fernando not on the grid. Antonelli nearly losing the DRS there to Lawson. So just want to use a bit of battery.
Copy.
Red Bull P1 and P2, yeah, Lawson actually doing some good here today. So Ferrari and the Hulk broke me in the GP, but had Rookie, Ferrari had an absolute stinker at the weekend, didn't they? But yeah, great to see Isaac Hadjar get P3. And even as a McLaren fan, it was guttering to see Lando go out, but in a way it was a bit of a silver lining that he went out to promote Hadjar to P3, so... D, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. Alright, so Antonelli is just dropping out of Lawson's DRS. Lawson back with his teammate Verstappen. In fact, he's overtaking Verstappen. Colapinto just about holding on to Russell. Let's say Colapinto is on the hard tyre here. So yeah, he's probably going to drop out of this, isn't he, momentarily. See if we can use a bit of battery with him. So 5 laps gone, but we've only had, what, 2 free racing laps because we had a red flag and a restart. And that can sometimes be the way in Singapore with red flags. Antonelli just got DRS again. But he's not going to have DRS next time round, is he? And he's got George Russell, who's absolutely flying now. George Russell obviously using a bit of battery here, and he's going to worm his way through, then into P3. Russell in the Ferrari on a charge. It's on the soft tyres as well, but Russell really pushing then. Juan and Magda, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. And of course, if you are jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do me a massive favour and smash that like button. So Verstappen leads over his teammate Lawson. Very close between the 2 Red Bulls. Colapinto's going to be under pressure now from Lando Norris in the McLaren. And Lando looks like he's going to make his way through. He is. Colapinto, as I said, on those hard tyres here. And he's having a go back at Lando. As I say, he'll probably be slower in this first stint, but we're hoping it's going to come back to Colapinto later on here. And to be fair, he's staying with Lando, not allowing Lando to have this move easy. And they're still side by side, these two. But surely we're going to have to concede through there, and we do, just about. Jump back with Antonelli, who's got DRS, but so has Russell, so has Lawson. So DRS train now from Verstappen down to P4. Colapinto's got DRS on Norris. Can he do anything with that? No, he can't. So 6 laps gone in this 2027 Singapore Grand Prix. And it's Verstappen who's dominating in 2027, leading the way. Got another yellow flag. It's a spin. And guess who? It's Lance Stroll with a spin. Lance Stroll now with Audi. And he's going to have a moment all on his own there.
And once it started, they were pretty powerless to do anything.
And holding up the house of Maloney for good measure. So Lawson leads in his Red Bull over his teammate Verstappen. Well, he doesn't now because Verstappen's just regained the lead. And Antonelli and Russell still in DRS of them both. And Russell saved a bit of tyre life as well, so Russell looking good, genuine pace there from the Ferrari man. It's now 4.5 seconds back to Norris though, so the top 4 are pulling away here. Yeah, McLaren have struggled, haven't they, in this 2027 season? More so with their qualifying pace. They've been quite good on race pace, but yeah, it's the highest we've seen them, really. Certainly this early in a race, Lando Norris in P5. And the Williams team have been looking very good this year, and Behrman now on the rear end of Franco Colapinto. Colapinto really needs to keep that DRS on Lando, which he's just about done. Simply lovely. This should be Max first. Well, you'd like this year, the year 2027, because Max is dominating this year. As said, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. So if you haven't already, do me a massive favour, smash that like button, spam that like button, really does help me out and the channel. Verstappen leads them, but just about still all in the DRS, I think. Russell's sort of teetering in and out. Yeah, just about got DRS. So Antonelli's due to stop lap 18 here, so we've got another 10 laps. Colapinto due to go all the way to lap 29. So quite an aggressive long stint. And we'll see how that goes for him. Lando closing in on that top 4 was 4.5 seconds, now 3.6 as Colapinto has just lost a bit of time on him there, and he's going to lose the DRS. That means he will be under massive pressure from Behrman and those behind. They are really using their tyres behind though, especially Behrman and Leclerc, down to 66%. So yeah, that's a lot of tyre life they're using. Sandil, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Behrman having a go now on Colapinto. Colapinto is very good defensively. He needs to be here, and he will be. But I think it's a moment of time now. It's only a moment of time until Behrman gets past. They're really pushing those soft tyres. Yeah, I can't see them that working, but we'll see. Behrman then with DRS this time on the inside. Let's say Franco very good on the defence, and he continues to be so here. But Behrman gets a good exit on those softs. And this might be all she wrote then. It will be now because he's got the DRS. So that's going to help him claim P6 on Franco. So Franco started P6, down to P7. But let's say he's on this hard tyre on the first stint. Let's just keep going with that. Antonelli still with the top 4 here. And it's now extended back up to 4.5 seconds to Lando. Antonelli actually has the worst tyre life of this top 4, but it's marginal. Colapinto really needs to stay with Behrman. If not, he's just going to keep getting picked off. It's actually a DRS strain from Behrman down to Magnussen. He will get DRS here. But yeah, absolutely love that Hadjar podium at the weekend. As I say, although it did come at the expense of Lando, my team McLaren, but didn't want that, of course. But yeah, lovely to see Hadjar on the podium. Just don't take the Red Bull drive, Hadjar. Antonelli very close to Russell, but not close enough. Colapinto has stayed with Behrman, so that's positive. We start lap 10 then of 62. One retirement, Mick Schumacher. He caused a collision with 3 other drivers. That's why Hadjar, Perez and Stroll all have damage. Stroll has also had a spin, so he's languishing down now in 21st, last of the runners. But Verstappen leads. But Russell has just lost the DRS, and that might mean Kimi Antonelli has an opportunity as we join the action. Kimi side by side with Russell, going to try around the outside. Is he going to get squeezed? No, leaves him room. Kimi trying to move back to P3 then, where he started this race. And he's there momentarily, but George looks like he's got a good run here. And they're still sort of side by side, but Kimi might have to... no, he gets good traction around there. This is good stuff, still side by side. Surely Kimi can get this done now on the left-hander, but Russell wants to stay in there, and Russell will now get the DRS, and Kimi's got no DRS to defend himself with. But Russell can't reclaim it, so Antonelli into P3, but he's dropped 2 seconds to the Red Bulls in that fight. Dag, thanks for the follow. Let's go, Kimi, indeed. Here comes George Russell then. He doesn't want to give up that P3, fighting back with Kimi. But Kimi Antonelli just holds on to it. Colapinto got past Behrman, or is getting past Behrman. But Behrman not allowing that to continue. But Behrman hasn't been able to pull away. Hadjar in game. Yeah, Hadjar's in the Alpine here, returning to the grid in 2027. Right, so lap 11, Antonelli is now 3 seconds off the leaders. And Lando Norris closing into these guys as well. Colapinto only about 5 seconds off that fight, and as I say, he's on that hard tyre at the moment, so Colapinto might be good. He's got 2 nice sets of softs to come. And he's going to get another helping of DRS here. Ollie Behrman keeps him behind for now. Yeah, the Red Bulls are in a bit of a fight here. Pulling away, though, in this fight. 3 seconds nearly up the road now. But Lawson, very much coming alive. He hasn't really done anything this year. But he is looking good today. As he has a look on the inside. If he wants to take Max Verstappen out of the race, we wouldn't say no to that. But Lawson reclaims the lead. But Max will certainly be fighting him back. Colapinto back into P6 on Behrman.
Keep focus on your
as
race.
Antonelli has just lost out to George Russell. With George moving back into P3. Just not great traction there for Kimi. But Antonelli has the DRS again, so this fight just continues. What are we, lap 18, aren't we? So another 6 laps and Kimi Antonelli will be in. But yeah, the leaders, the two Red Bulls, have pulled 3.5 seconds nearly. And as I say, Lando Norris has now caught up to this pack, and he's on much better tyres, Lando, 70%.
Keep focus on
Lando Norris, as I say, that McLaren seems to come alive in race trim.
Yeah, copy, no problem.
Tyres, we've not got the greatest tyres in this top 5. But to be fair, it's marginal to Russell. Verstappen's used a lot of his medium, to be fair, but Norris's tyre is very good at the moment at 70%. Antonelli continues to squabble with George Russell, but as we said, Lando Norris has arrived on this fight now.
Good job.
George up the inside of Kimi. Colapinto trying to break the toe to Behrman there. Nearly got it done. Behrman's tyre's down to 51% now. Still this DRS train from Colapinto all the way down to P13. So 6 to P13. But as I say, their tyres will gradually be getting worse. And so is Colapinto's, of course, but not as significant as those on the soft.
Keep
So
focus on our race.
Norris behind.
as Russell back past Kimi then, so that fight is just going to continue. But the two Red Bulls have now got a 4-second gap up front. So he will be enjoying that, those two Red Bulls. Lando Norris has got pace to use here, but he can't clear us yet, so I think Lando Norris would have good pace if he could get past us both. San Diego, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. And Antonelli moving back into P3 then, but this is just going to keep the swapping and changing between ourselves and Russell, and maybe Lando now. And then the gap between these three, so we've got a 5-second gap to the front two. Third, fourth and fifth now have a 4.5-second gap to our second driver, Colapinto. And Colapinto is at the front of this DRS train. But as I say, he's not doing too bad because he's on those hard tyres. But as I say, he's only got 6% margin. That's how good Norris is managing his tyres. Behrman's down to 48, Piastri 58, Leclerc 53. Colapinto probably go a little bit aggressive here, start to push a little bit. Antonelli, we're 4 laps away now from him making his first stop. I'd like to try and get him to be one of the first in. Is George Russell going to challenge again? What is the pit loss here? Pit loss is 28 seconds. 32. Yeah, we'd be coming out in a lot of traffic. That's the only problem. So we need some others to stop before us. 55. Yeah, there should be a few stopping before Antonelli, I'd hope. Or in and around Antonelli. The Red Bull's really good this year. Max fighting for every win or even 1 or 2 times. Yeah. Yeah, so this is race... Oh, the yellow flag. Now we've got another crash. Is that Magnussen involved?
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Yuki Tsunoda's involved.
You can take a look now.
Is this just Yuki or is he going to go into K-Mag here? Oh, Yuki, massive lockup. And nothing K-Mag can do about that. K-Mag gets damaged, Tsunoda's damaged. That's now 5 cards damaged. Hadjar, Perez and Stroll caught up in an accident with Mick Schumacher, all damaged in that. And now Max and Tsunoda caught up there. Brenda, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, this is race 6, and Max has won 4 out of the first 5. So he's looking very good for this championship. Surprised Tsunoda's got away without a penalty there, to be fair, but there you go. Behrman still hot in pursuit of Franco Colapinto. They have momentarily broken the DRS to Piastri. Don't know how long that will last.
Do your best.
Russell behind.
Yeah, Hadjar's in the Alpine this year. I think in our series he had no drive last year, Hadjar. But he returns to grid in 2027 with Alpine. Right, lap 15. Antonelli's just... I just realised Lando Norris has cleared them both. And as I say, he's starting to use that pace maybe, Lando. Got 10% tyre margin. That's very, very good tyre advantage for Lando Norris. Zach Shields, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Much appreciated. And Orbiting, thanks for the follow. So if you're dropping in, you haven't already, do spam that like button. Super appreciated. And thanks for the follows. We can have a little look actually at the current standings. And this is live. So if Max wins today, then he's going to open up an even further advantage. So that's not good. Constructors looking good for us. Although Red Bull would jump us if it stays as it is now, thanks to Lawson's performance. So, yeah, maybe we've still got to fight for both the constructors. Well, definitely fighting for the drivers because Max got the advantage. But constructors, I was hoping we'd be able to achieve that this year. But Lawson, if he starts to pull his finger out, will make it difficult for us. Thanks for streaming, no worries. Thanks for jumping in, much appreciated. Padugo Koma, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Is it now translating? Not sure what you mean, but maybe. The Skinny Blue Doctor, thanks for the follow. Abdi, thanks for the follow. Hope you're both doing well. So Jordan said, lap 16, Lawson leads in his Red Bull. We're in 2027 here. It's Lawson and Verstappen leading. Norris is now into P3. And we're trying to hold on to him, but he's got a good tyre advantage here. Just starting to drop Russell. We're going to lap 18, so I think we go aggressive here.
Mode attack. Mode attack.
Behrman's still stuck behind Colapinto, but Behrman now down to 40% tyre life. We're going to start to see some activity in the pit lane very shortly. Oh, we're going to see it now. And I think I'm going to have to pit both drivers here. Colapinto, what happens if we come in now? Can we make those softs last, though? That's very early, isn't it? Got a set of mediums, though, haven't we? I might have to try something like this, just to benefit from this safety car. Because I think if we leave Franco out, it's not going to work for him. Yeah, I think we're going to have to pit both drivers. Take advantage of the safety car. Got another safety car here. As Teo Portier has crashed.
Pick this up as we go into turn 14. But oh, they can't avoid
just complete lock up into the barriers. Did Franco not come in there? Why is he not come in then? We should still get away with it though, I think. Because we won't get picked up by the safety car yet, will we? So Portier retires. The whole grid coming in, basically.
Looks like a pit stop issue.
Yeah, it's not ideal, this safety car for Franco, because Franco on the hard, he wanted to go a little bit longer. But I think we're just going to have to take advantage of it. If not, we're going to probably lose out massively here. But he can't put the hard tyre on, so it works out for those that haven't used the hard yet, which is basically most of the grid. Need a clean stop here because Colapinto's right behind us. 1.9, we'll take that. And here he comes. Nice little gap. And 1.9 again. Very good work from the pit crew. And there is Russell, so he should get past Colapinto, Russell, shouldn't he? I don't know though. The pit exit, yes, he will, just about. But Antonelli has gained there, hasn't he, on Lando somehow? Not sure how that's happened.
Norris behind.
We need to edit this strategy as well, chat. Just hold on. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, so we've somehow jumped Lando there. Where is Hamilton? It's 2027 and Hamilton is no more, unfortunately. So no Hamilton,
Slow down a bit.
Alonso or Hulkenberg.
Copy.
Willie Alvarez, thanks for the follow.
Confirm.
Right, let's get this race back underway then.
Try to do your best with the lift off at the moment.
Copy.
We'll have the safety car restart. And Porsche joins Mick Schumacher then out of this race. And 20 runners out of 22 now. Might be a long safety car here because the field is quite spread. No, it's not. Ignore what I'm saying.
Safety car in this lap. Let's focus on restart.
Copy.
Yeah, look, the field's still quite spread here, but we're going to get back underway.
Try to close the gap as much as possible.
And we're green flag racing. Now it's down to Max Verstappen when he wants to bolt.
Copy.
And he's not gone yet. Pack is near enough caught up. Max Verstappen doesn't want to go too early. Doesn't want to give his teammate an opportunity of the toe. And Max gets us back underway then. Lap 21 of 62. Third of the way through this one. And Max Verstappen leads. Lawson second. Antonelli third. Norris fourth. Russell fifth. Colapinto sixth. And now we've got Max on the softs. Lawson on the mediums. Antonelli on the hards. And then we've got a bunch of medium runners. No one on the softs now apart from Max Verstappen. Now I'm watching the beginning of the series on YouTube and I remember the first points because safety car. Yes, indeed, Soren. Harry, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Alright, we need to make these tyres last. Antonelli, do we go a little bit aggressive on the overtakes here? Because Max on those softs and he's going to run away here, isn't he?
Do your best, man.
Ivan, thanks for the follow. Is this game free? No, I don't believe it is free. I think it's about 20 to 30 pounds or euros or whatever your currency is. It's in around that.
Copy.
Nothing doing there for Franco. Used quite a bit of the battery there, but Max Verstappen on the restart gets a 2-second lead then. And that's exactly what he wanted as DRS is now enabled. What it does mean is Lawson is a little bit at risk to us behind. But again, we're on the worst tyre now. These top 10 apart from Piastri who's joined us on the hard tyre. Yeah, Verstappen still 2-second lead. Antonelli on the gearbox of Lawson. Not really threatening him yet, though. So as we settle down on this one, it's going to be interesting to see the final stints because there's been a few tyre changes here already. But it is Verstappen that leads. Lawson second. Antonelli third, Norris fourth, and Russell rounding out the top five. Colapinto just about holding on to George Russell, but only barely. Russell using more of that tyre than us, but need to try and stay with these guys if we can. Just Ciara, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Colapinto just kept the DRS there then. Yeah, we definitely haven't got the pace, I don't think, to challenge Max today, but it just depends what tyre Max puts on last. And whether we can take advantage of that. At the moment, he leads by 2.4 seconds over his teammate. Antonelli is trying to stay with Lawson. As I say, we are on the harder tyres, so not looking too bad. But Colapinto is really struggling, I think, just to hold on to the pack here. But he is arriving back on them now, so that's good news for Franco. When are we due to stop now? It's lap 40 with Franco and lap 45 with Antonelli. So quite a way to go with both drivers. Pedri, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. As I say, if you're dropping into the stream, you haven't already, please smash that like button. As we see Ollie Behrman, Colapinto and Ollie Behrman have been fighting a lot today, and Ollie Behrman is going to make his way back through then.
Here's the replay.
As I say, Behrman and Colapinto have been fighting for most of this race. And Behrman is going around the outside, gives him inside, and moves back into P6. So Colapinto down to P7 momentarily though, because it looks like Colapinto's fighting that back. Behrman all over the curve, and Colapinto back into P6. But he's dropped 1.5 off the top 5, so he's lost out on the DRS there. Antonelli keeping the DRS on Lawson, but Verstappen's pulled 3 seconds out in the lead now. These will have to come in significantly earlier than us though, unless they start to manage their tyres a little bit. Let's give Antonelli some battery.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Have we done it? No, we haven't. Well, we've done it there, but we can't quite get it done. But now we're going to get a nice tow with the DRS. No, still can't get it done.
I am crying.
Kimi Antonelli getting a little bit frustrated.
Was looking fine.
Severus Monica VV, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Colapinto still fighting with Behrman then. They keep swapping positions. Antonelli this time on Liam Lawson. No. Oh, it's collision behind us though.
Keep doing your best.
Norris and Russell collide. Oh, what's it? Antonelli? Did we get hit? I've lost my marbles. I thought that was Norris and Russell. Maybe it's the parts falling off us. It was us. Oh, it was us connecting at the rear end. Oh, Antonelli. Have we got damage there? I didn't even know.
The team glued.
Antonelli gets away with it. No damage. Lawson, no damage either. So we've got away with that. Hopefully no penalty heading our way. Antonelli this time does make the move on Lawson. We are going to get a 5-second penalty. No. Probably deserved.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
Ah, that is not good. There we go. That's us moving into P2. But here we go. Confirmation. Antonelli has a 5-second time penalty for causing collision on Liam Lawson there. And Max got a 3.8 second lead, and that's going to be basically a net 9-second lead on us. And we're going to have work to do to even be on the podium now with Kimi. It's going to be a real issue, that penalty. Will Smith, Scalata, Paulie, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. But dear Kimi boy, what are you doing? No, exactly, Kimi's ruined it a little bit there for himself. Liv, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Can he pull away from Lawson? That's the only thing that will help him here. But he can't quite. Lawson's keeping that DRS. Colapinto and Behrman still having their ding-dong here. And they're basically on the same tyre here, so that's just going to keep running and running, isn't it? Lots of action in this race so far, though. Verstappen leads 4.5 seconds now, down to Antonelli, who's got a 5-second penalty. Not looking good now, chat. This for us, this race. We can't pull away from Lawson. Lap 45 and lap 40, so we've still got another 13 laps or so to go. Max on top indeed. Alessio, thanks for the follow. Lando, yes. Alex, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Much appreciated. And if you are in the stream, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Super appreciated. Really helps me out. Let's promote the channel to a wider audience as Liam Lawson is sneaking on through the inside to reclaim the position. But Anthony doesn't like that very much. And he's going to try and hustle the car through there to keep it in P2. And looks like Lawson's got the advantage here. Not quite though. Kimi does hold on to it. But this is going to be a bit of a slog because Antonelli is 6 seconds off the lead. But Antonelli, if he's just jumping in, has got a 5-second penalty here. Which at the moment would drop him down to about... Well, let's have a look. It would be around about 7th. He'd go from 2nd to 7th at the moment. Jocelyn, Michaela. Caminero. I've absolutely butchered that, but thanks for the follows. Al Maserati is F1 Manager 24. We're in 2027 and our team is Maserati. Alex, hello buddy, I'm very well. How are you? Alright, lap 28 of 62. And when we stop on lap 45, Antonelli will serve his 5-second penalty.
You are doing a good job on tires.
Good to hear, Alex. Good to hear.
Copy that.
Alright, this has been a very chaotic race with a lot of incidents so far. Antonelli cannot pull away from these guys. Max has got an absolutely massive lead. But he is on the soft tyres, of course, so he might be a little bit slower later on. And he might have to pit earlier than most people, and hopefully he'll get stuck in some traffic. Let's wait and see. Maybe we're clinching at straws there, really. But Alfonso Davies, thanks for the follows. How did he get a penalty? He went into the side of Liam Lawson, caused a collision. What driver you like? My team is McLaren, the team I support. So I guess drivers would be Piastri and Norris. Pablo Luna, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Right, is Lawson going to have a go then? He's having a look, but nothing doing. Prince Mark, hi from Uganda, hello. Is it now? It's now, but it's not Formula 1, it's F1 Manager 24, it's a video game. What are your thoughts on Zandvoort? Good race. Just because it was action-packed, wasn't it? It was, yeah, I enjoyed it. Felt sorry for Charles Leclerc. Thought he was unlucky. Kimi, very audacious. Lando, obviously, a little bit guttering for Lando. But, as I say, very happy to see Hadjar get on the podium. Alex, is it real? It is not real. It's F1 Manager 24. You viewed, hello, buddy. How's it going? Hope you're well. How's Colapinto getting on? He's still got Bearman all over him. Yeah, he just can't pull away, Colapinto. What's your teammate? Our team name is Maserati. That is Colapinto. Yes, Colapinto. Our drivers are Franco Colapinto and Kimi Antonelli. And again, these behind him are going to have DRS. Kimi's doing quite a good job on those hards, let's be fair. Colapinto's pace isn't the greatest. Uh, 10-second penalty for Kimi, 10-second penalty for Sainz. Yeah, the Carlos Sainz Liam Lawson one, I don't get that at all, because although Sainz wasn't alongside, he didn't drive into him. Lawson had a snap of the wheel, which drifted him out wide, and I think it was just a racing incident. I don't think either of them deserved a penalty. Just unfortunate they both got damaged and wrecked the races, but it was just a racing incident, that one. So, yeah, didn't get the 10-second penalty for Sainz at all. I say, in my opinion, harsh to give Sainz a penalty at all, but 10 seconds made no sense. Not bad, yeah. About 2 days off work now. Good stuff you viewed. Good stuff. Lovely stuff, in fact. As Lawson is back into P2. So this fight continues. Near enough halfway through this one.
Okay. Do your best there. Behind.
Come on, Kimi. Vanessa, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Has Colapinto got any tyre? Let's try and push with Colapinto for a lap or so. So we're P3 with Antonelli, but he's got a 5-second penalty, which at the moment would take him down to about P7. But there's work to do for Kimi. Franco just can't get away from Ollie Bearman in this race today. Jonathan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated.
At the moment they are going well.
Game name, this is F1 Manager 24. Colapinto pushing to try and stay out of that DRS, but so it's just so hard to do, really. Ante, as we saw, is back into P2. Yeah, Ferrari had an awful race at the weekend, didn't they? Lewis looked like he might be getting in the groove, and then out wide into the wall, and Charles Leclerc just totally unlucky with... yeah, Kimi just... yeah, just completely misjudged that. Skiddy, hello, long time no see indeed, hope you're well. Right, Antonelli lap 45, Colapinto lap 40, so we've still got a good 9 laps or so till we're going to have to pit here. Mamin, thanks for the follow, I'm good, good stuff. Yes, I'm very well, thank you, very well indeed. Do. Yes, indeed. Max Verstappen dominating here. Colapinto has had a little bit of respite with Bearman behind him, but I don't think it's going to last for too much longer.
You are doing a very good job there.
And Sally then back into P2. Leclerc or Verstappen?
Copy that.
What, in terms of who I prefer, Leclerc or Verstappen? Don't really know, to be honest with you. Or who's the better driver, Leclerc or Verstappen? Didn't finish a race in a long time. Yeah, double DNF was painful for Ferrari. Behrman's been passed by Leclerc, and Leclerc is now on Colapinto. Do you think the McLaren spaceship will still work in 2026? I don't know what's going to happen in 2026. I think it could be anyone's, really. A lot of the talk is on a Mercedes power unit, so perhaps you'd have to go with a Mercedes powered team, McLaren being one of them, but yeah. As we've seen in history, with a technical regulation change, it normally brings a change in the pecking order. So to be honest, we would be surprised and impressed if McLaren continue what they do this year into 2026. Good night, good night. Thanks for dropping in. Right, Colapinto then P6. One of these guys going to pit. Not anytime soon, are they? Right, Colapinto. Let's just forward on until we get Colapinto in for his pit stop here. This is going to be a bit of chopping and changing positions with Antonelli, Lawson and Norris and Colapinto, Leclerc, Behrman. But there's not too much going on beyond that, if you see what I mean. We're just micromanaging, if not. I'd rather get Colapinto in for his pit stop on lap 40. And they're maintaining position at the moment. As I say, Antonelli's got that 5-second penalty that he needs to take when he stops. What is tyre life here? Yeah, it's not too bad. Currently in F1 form is Verstappen, who is better but than Leclerc, and that is Leclerc being better than he was last season and the season before. Yeah, I think it's always hard to tell in Formula 1 which you'll never get unless their teammates put him in the same car, of course. But I do highly rate Leclerc. I think he's absolutely rapid over one lap as well, quali pace, Charles. But right, Colapinto, we're only 3 laps away now. Well, Franco needs to come in. As we see, our pit window is entered.
Copy.
And then we're going to jump back on board as we get Franco into the pits. Our first 2 stops today have been 1.9, both under 2 seconds, which we love to see. He's still maintaining P6 here, which is nice. Verstappen, a race leader, is in. And he's on another set of softs, though. Till the end of this race. Got to do 23 laps on those, though. Should be absolutely fine, in honesty. Mariella and Miguel, thanks for the follow. Super appreciated. Where's Max coming out? Is Albon going to get ahead of him here? No, not quite. That would have been a nice bit of traffic. But instead, Red Bull have found a nice 9-second gap for Verstappen. So you've got to say, Verstappen will win this race unless we're going to have a red flag or safety car. Right, Colapinto. He's going to be in next lap. So let's get Colapinto in. Antonelli now leads the race, but Max is the net leader, of course. Right, here we go. Franco Colapinto then, second and final stop of the day. This again, yes, this is F1 Manager 24. Piastri's following us in, which isn't the greatest. Verstappen flying on his new set of softs. And Franco Colapinto finally on a set of sauce. Oh, it's frustrating that Piastri came in at the same time. Because it could just be a case that, again, we have him in our DRS, which we don't really want. Let's just use a bit of this tyre. And who have we got here? Carlos Sainz ahead of us. We want to get straight past him if possible. Carlos fighting it though. Franco, you've got to go a bit more aggressive than that. Ah, this is going to bring Piastri straight into the DRS. That's poor from Franco. Get it done there, but the problem is Piastri's going to get DRS on Sainz, and that'll just bring him straight back with us.
Everything is ready. Tires okay at the moment.
That is, yeah, that's a little bit frustrating for us, that one. Lawson and Leclerc coming in now.
If you can try to push a bit now.
Though Piastri is not getting past Sainz
It is
yet,
still lift off.
which is handy. Hey Zana, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And Piastri still struggling to get past Sainz. This is working nicely for us now. Can Sainz hold him off any longer? No, he can't. Piastri finally passed, but he's lost a couple of seconds to us. So that worked out well. Right, now we need to get Antonelli to lap 45, get him in, and then we'll see where we sit for this final stint. Gerardo, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Brilliant stop, 1.9. Yeah, we've been loving a 1.9 stop today. Behrman, Albon, and Such are in. We've jumped Behrman, haven't we? Behrman down in P12. It's because Sainz needs to come in, so does Gasly. As we just get past Gasly, another one of those that are yet to stop.
Let's follow the action now at turn 7. There's the opening.
So where is Piastri now? Piastri is still about 3 seconds off us. This worked out quite well, Colapinto, coming in when he did. Antonelli lap 45. As Russell pits now. So Antonelli probably go back. Well, he will go back. He's got that 5-second penalty to take. And he's going to be undercut here. Colapinto has got another, say, back marker. It's not a back marker, just someone that's not stopped yet with Portoletto in the Mercedes. Where's Russell in the Ferrari? No, Colapinto's not quite going to get to George Russell, is he? No, so Piastri on the softs, so that's Colapinto, so is Russell. Yeah, everyone coming out on softs then. I think Antonelli's going to have a bit of a struggle here, this final stint. To be honest with you. I think he's going to be jumped by quite a few here. He'll be on the softs as well, but we've got to serve a 5-second penalty.
I'm not quite sure what's happened.
Portoletto's crashed. If it's a safety car, that would be absolutely perfect, but I don't think it is. That would have been the luck of all luck for Kimi Antonelli. Portoletto's just going to crash himself into the barrier. So yeah, he doesn't get the luck of a safety car, Antonelli. Kitty, thanks for the follow. How do you have new liveries? If you play on PC, you can get the F1 the 2025 mod has it all included. Lewis is not in your lineup. No, 2027, Lewis is no longer on the grid. Let's get Antonelli around these final corners. We've had 3 stops today. They've all been 1.9. This one isn't, because it's going to be a 5-second penalty that we have to serve first. And Kimi's going to be coming out a little bit down the order, I feel, here. Will he even be behind his teammate, Franco Colapinto, here? Could well be. You have to wait 5 seconds until they can get to work on the car. And that was a bit laggy, but it was a 1.9 in terms of the stop, actually, because 6.9. So we're loving a 1.9 today. There's Lawson, then. There's Norris. Yeah, he's definitely going to be out in front of Franco, though. Well, I say definitely. It is going to be tighter than I thought. But he gets away with it just about.
At the moment, we have Russell in front.
Right, so I've asked Colapinto not to fight because Colapinto is on tyres that are about 20% more used near enough. 16%. So Antonelli probably will start to extend that gap once he gets them up to speed. Fluflo, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. So Anthony's got 3.3 to Russell. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of work now to get us back on the podium. Let's just see what the pace is like across these next few laps.
Yeah, copy that.
At least Colapinto can just sit in that sort of DRS of Antonelli for now. $15 laps to go. It's 3 seconds to Russell. Coming down though to 2.5 now. So Antonelli is closing. Colapinto setting the fastest lap of the race, just sitting in the DRS of his teammates. This is working lovely for Franco as well. And we'll jump back on the action once we get to Russell, which is just about now.
Overtake.
So Kimi Antonelli has arrived on George Russell. He's brought his teammate with him. And Antonelli now setting the fastest lap of the race. Our two drivers absolutely flying. Can we get back to the podium with Kimi? Could we get to the podium with both? Let's see. We've got 12 laps to go. First job is to try and get past George Russell. As we've got a great chance now. DRS and battery being used against Russell, whose tyres are 6% more used than ours. And Antonelli moves into P5. Could Colapinto get the job done as well? No, he can't. Although he's still on the outside of George here. And Franco might just get it done, you know. And he has. Franco then joins his teammate in getting past. And that is work to treat. We need Antonelli just to slow up a bit here.
Yeah, now priority one is the lift off.
Because we're not going to get DRS here, though. This is the problem. Oh, we need to try and keep. Oh, that's better. That's good. Now we're back onto Antonelli. Lovely work there from the team.
Okay.
Laura, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So Colapinto is just using the DRS of his teammate to be dragged around here. And next up the road for the team is Lando Norris. He's down to 76% tyre life. Luis Milito, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. And if you are jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, do me a massive favour and spam that like button. Really helps me out. This is round 6 of 2027. Max has won 4 out of 5. We're trying to hunt down Norris and Lawson here. Doesn't look like we'll get to Max. He's 17 seconds up the road. Absolute domination again from Max today. He's going to be looking good for the Drivers' Championship. But we've got a chance in the Constructors, especially if we can get to 2nd and 3rd here. But Lawson's going to score big points for Red Bull. Let us forward on, see if we can get them up to Lando Norris then. The gap is now 1.3. See, once you get into the DRS, you just kind of stay there. As we've seen with Russell's tagging on to what Colapinto's been doing as well. But here we go again then. This is round 2 this time. First it was George Russell, now it's Lando Norris. Are we too far back here? Having a look, here's Antonelli. Yeah, a little bit too far back this time around. Rory, Elise, J, Francisco, Rangel, thanks for the follows.
So in front of you, we have Norris.
Antonelli all over the rear of Lando Norris. DRS is open again. Can he find a way around? Inside would look pretty good here. He can't, and Colapinto shouldn't really be fighting his teammate, but he is. And this is going to cause issues though if Colapinto has to slow like that. But no, George can't quite get to him. This is the problem. We need Antonelli to make the move.
At the moment, you're doing a good job with the tires.
And Antonelli this time on the inside of Lando. Surely now he can get this done. Yes, he is through. Antonelli, now we need Franco to do the same though.
You're doing a good job.
Antonelli moves into P3, back on the podium. Colapinto.
6 seconds at the moment.
Has got work to do now if he can do the same. He's got significantly less tyre life than Lando, so this way he needs to be dragged along by his teammate. This might be where it starts to fall down for us with Franco. Norris just holding on to the DRS of Antonelli, but I think because Colapinto's used much more tyre life, it's going to be a difficulty from there. We are going to get DRS here, though. Colapinto, can he go for it here? Yes, he can. And he's through on Lando.
Try to slow down a bit.
And I'm just going to see if Antonelli could slow down a bit to help us out here. Trying to play the team game here, see if we can both get to Lawson, who's at 63% tyre life. So what we're trying to do here is slow Antonelli down, give Colapinto some DRS. We're using a lot of battery with Franco, but it's all in the hope of getting back to our teammate here. She's just about done it.
Mode attack.
Right, he's there with his teammate now. Oh, there we go, chat. This is going well. Yeah, full world champion, absolute monster. Verstappen in front, double RB, spaceship in P1, P2, one world champion Norris, McLaren come back, and world champion Russell behind. Yes, indeed, Soren. Good knowledge on the series there, buddy. Colapinto gets the fastest lap of the race there. On my Team Arrow's idea, I think I may run with Ferrari engines to begin with in a similar way Red Bull used them in the beginning, then switch to either Honda or Mercedes. I like that, you like that. Savannah and Kiritso, I've butchered that, but thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Right, so Colapinto's going to do a little bit of topping up now while he sits behind his teammate. I'm going to use the pace of Antonelli to get us to Liam Lawson. Just need to be mindful of that gap. What I mean, when Antonelli starts to go, we lose that pretty quickly. We just got the DRS there. Problem is, there's a real balance of not wrecking Antonelli's chances of getting Lawson here. What year? We're in 2027. Like Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas, a great driver lineup for next season. Yeah, very good, very experienced. Makes sense for them. Right, it's 2.9 to Lawson. Colapinto staying there, but just about. It is a little bit of a struggle to stay with his teammate now. Yeah, see, we're having a slow Antonelli here, but they are still gaining on Lawson. Yeah. Let's keep going, chat. Colapinto just staying there, just about. Keeping Russell out of the DRS as well, which is key there. Now 2.4 to Lawson. Six laps to go. At some point, we're going to have to use the pace on Antonelli, but it might wreck the race of Franco, but so be it, really. Right, Antonelli's nearly on Lawson here. Right, here we go. 5 to go, and Antonelli has arrived on Liam Lawson then. Antonelli, is he going to make the move here? Not quite, not yet.
Five laps to go.
Yeah, see Norris and Russell behind. He got such better tyre life as Antonelli is going to send on Liam Lawson. Lawson's all over the curb. Might present an opportunity then for Colapinto.
You are doing well there.
Colapinto can get Lawson, then he's got a chance of staying with his teammate and getting a double podium. But
In
if
front is Verstappen.
Antonelli pulls away, there's going to be no chance for Franco here today. Franco, though, on the outside. This would be bold. Can he make this work? Franco Colapinto. Yes, he can. But Lawson might fight it back. That's a great move from Franco Colapinto. And he is into P3. And now he just needs to sit behind his teammate and defend for his life, basically. Antonelli, we could push down the road, but he'll never catch Max. So his job now is the team job to see if we can get Colapinto the podium here. The DRS. Let's use a bit of fuel here. Right, look, we've got full battery of Antonelli. Could really bomb on down the road here. Has Lawson just lost the DRS? Lawson loses the DRS. He's going to be in massive trouble. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Crazy Alan and Claudia Bravo, thanks for the follows, much appreciated. Lawson does stay in the DRS. That's a little bit frustrating, but that's fine for now. Is Franco allowed to fight? No, we're not going to allow Franco to fight just because his tyre life. It would be unfair, really, to Antonelli, who could just steam off down the road, really. He's got much better tyre life and battery. I reckon Max Verstappen will be at Mercedes next season. As in 2027 now, you viewed? Right, has Lawson dropped out of the DRS? He's teetering on the edge. This is looking very good for our drivers. Antonelli had really good pace after serving his penalty. Valtteri Checo is older than our favourite rookie Fernando, an absolute favourite, no mistake, experienced driver's troll. Of course, I like and love to follow the series. Thanks, Soren. Appreciate the support. Oscar, thanks for the follow. Alright, got 1.5 now to Lawson. He's on the same tyre life now as Franco. Why is Lando Norris not pushing more at 53% tyre life? Andres, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Lawson's full 2 seconds back now. It's looking very good.
3 laps to go.
Alright, let's just keep them there. I've got some traffic we're approaching, which could be problematic. Well, it's now 3 seconds to Lawson. I feel we can attack now with Antonelli.
Try to push as much as possible now.
Just see if we can push both our drivers here. Yes, 5 seconds to Lawson as we're getting through the traffic now. This is looking very good for us today. Colapinto about to lose the DRS, but he's got 5 seconds on Lando Norris, so this should be comfortable now. So he's out of battery now. Ansei's going to push on. Look at the closing he has actually done on Max there. It's 12 seconds. I think it'll be 2026, but has a loophole. Perhaps has a loophole, if not 2027. Yeah, it seems from what he's saying, he's pretty nailed on to stay for 2026. But yeah, Mercedes still taking a while to announce their drivers for next year, so perhaps. Alright, we are on the final lap of this race though. Verstappen is going to win this race. And Antonelli's getting closer to him, wasn't he? But not close enough.
No overtake now.
We've used all our battery on this final lap, but here comes Max Verstappen, rounds the final corner. He's dominating in 2027, and that makes it 5 wins from 6 for the Dutchman. He's going to lead, extend his lead in this driver championship, but our drivers done what they needed to. Best of the rest. P2 for Antonelli. And it's going to be somewhat surprising. P3 for Franco Colapinto. Norris has got past Lawson. That helps us in the Constructors. But that is very nice indeed. P2 for Antonelli. P3 for Colapinto. But Max Verstappen dominates again.
There we've got the Williams driver returning.
And here we go. Max Verstappen up 1 to win it then. Kimi Antonelli up 1 to second. But Franco Colapinto up 3 places. Really helped by his teammate there. Kimi doing the team job to help Franco Colapinto out with the tow and the DRS. Lando Norris 4th. That must be McLaren's best result this year, I reckon. Liam Lawson started on pole. Goes down 4, but still a good result for him. George Russell 6th. Oscar Piastri 7th. Ollie Behrman 8th. Leclerc 9th. And Williams makes it 2 drivers. Albon, 2 Williams drivers in the point. Up 4 places to P10. Kimi takes the fastest lap, but of course, no fastest point for the fastest lap. No extra point, bonus point, I should say, for the fastest lap. As I say, Max Verstappen extends his lead. So what is that now? That is 46 points, I make that. He now leads this World Championship after 6 rounds. So still plenty of time to go, though, to try and reel him in. Kimi Antonelli in second, stays in second on 95. Franco stays in third with 85. Lando moves up to 4th with 12 points today. George drops to 5th. Piastri up to 6th, so both McLarens improving. Ollie Behrman drops to 7th. Gabriel Bortoleto crashed out, no points for him. But as I say, Lawson takes 11 points across this weekend, an extra point for pole, 10 points in the race, and he doubles his total for the year. So good result really for Lawson. Perez drops to 10th, and the rest of the point scorers so far this year: Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll, Leclerc, Albon, Schumacher, Gasly, Pourchaire and Magnussen. Leclerc still only 13 points from the first 6 races against Russell's 56. So Leclerc really struggling here in 2027. Both Williams in the points. Go to Lando. Yes, you're correct, Soren. He has got a podium somewhere there. So that went under the radar. But yeah, so he has bettered that result. Constructors, we do lose 3 points to Red Bull thanks to Lawson turning up this weekend, but we still got a 17-point gap, so pretty happy with that. McLaren are staying in P3, 20 points on Ferrari in P4, but Williams jump Mercedes, 2 points ahead of Mercedes now. Mercedes down to 6th. Audi in 7th, RB 8th, Aston Martin 9th, Alpine 10th, and Haas in 11th, still yet to score. And we are absolutely dominating this pit stop competition, aren't we? We take first and second with 1.9 second stops. And this championship is near enough as good as over already. Look at that. 230 points to 90 to McLaren. We are loving our pit stops in 2027. We've had the fastest pit stop. I think we've had the fastest pit stop every race, haven't we? I don't know what these stats are. Fastest, but I'm pretty sure we've had the quickest time. If not most of them anyway. Race targets met. Beautiful stuff. It's nice that Red Bull Racing is now following that McLaren did when Rondo's left. And I would say Red Bull's new livery should mirror their cans with the blue and silver and light blue for RB. That's going to be interesting to see what happens with Red Bull now Horner's gone. I don't think you'll see the impact until another year or so. So that's going to be interesting. A bit like Newey, you're not really probably seeing the impact really until 2026. So that's going to be interesting indeed. John Jima, thanks for the follow. So next up in this series will be Italy. And we'll be at Imola for the next one. We stream this every Tuesday and Friday, so we will be back on Friday. So if you've jumped in for the first time, join us again on Friday, and we'll be continuing this series. So make sure to follow or subscribe on your relevant platform. If you haven't already, do smash that like button. Really does help me out. If you watched on YouTube, as I say, do subscribe and check out the full playlist of this Maserati series there. If you've watched on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile in the bio, click the YouTube channel, and you can subscribe over YouTube. And as I say, you'll be able to check out this whole series from the start. So if you want to see more F1 Manager content, head over there. But that does bring this one to a close, and actually a good result in the end. We thought Max was going to dominate. He did dominate. I wasn't expecting Colapinto to get up to the podiums. There was a chance for Kimi. We were certainly confident of Kimi, but then he got the 5-second penalty. then we were, a bit anxious on that. But Kimi got back to P2 and he dragged Colapinto to P3. So teammates working well together, securing us yet another double podium, which is kind of the order of the year this year. We're getting second and third places with Kimi in second, Colapinto in third. But we've only got one win this year and we need to get more wins to take the fight to Max Verstappen. But as we've seen, we have got a massive upgrade coming in a couple of races' time. We're hoping that's going to propel us to be able to fight Max Verstappen. But until then, we go as we are with this car in Imola, which will be the next episode. So hopefully I shall see you then as we continue this F1 Manager series. Home race. Yeah, home race next. Again, one in front of future and backed world champion Super Max Verstappen. Yeah, it would be refreshing seeing them go down that road style. See you next time, California. I hope all depends with live. Yeah, no worries, Uvid. As and when you jump in, always much appreciated, buddy. Thanks for jumping in again. Sarah Cruz, thanks for the follow. Michaela, who won? It was Max Verstappen. Reldam, thanks for the follow. But let's just bring the stream to a close. So thank you everyone who's watched. Thanks for the likes and all of the support, follows and